guys, welcome back. Hey, if you're decorating your tree or your home for the holidays right now, stop. If you have trees that are looking anything like any of this, multicolored lights, weird flocking, what's that? Upside down trees, that ship has sailed. We are over. Tinsel? Oh, we'll talk about tinsel in a minute. And then my favorite, ornament overload. Really? Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me save you from making the same mistakes every year with your holiday decor and level up your design with 5 easy designer tips. Oh, and if you're in a small space, you gotta stick around to the end because I have some great ideas for how to get festive in a tiny space. Now, but before we get started, I want to talk to you guys about something. There's over 100,000 of you that are watching me and not subscribing. And it's so easy. It's the Christmas season. Please, I would really appreciate it because it helps my channel grow and I get more information to get out to you guys. So just smash that button, bing that bell, and that way you'll be notified every time I drop a video and I'll be so grateful. Okay, moving on. Let's talk trees. And I'm going to start right out with contemporary. That's my #1 tip. And I'm doing that because it's a super category that a lot of styles that you all are kind of working with live underneath. And it's kind of an easy one, but it's a different look for things. One of the things that you want to keep in your mind is that you want to keep your tree, if you're in a contemporary space, kind of sparish and a little on the simpler side. And this idea that we're going to talk about will go through, Japandi, it'll go through Scandi, modern, all of those sort of, subcategories of the super style. And what you want to think about is things like maybe abstract shapes that still reference a traditional cone-styled tree, like I love this one that's just made out of rods, or something maybe really simple that way out of plywood with just some white lights. That's an interesting idea. Or you could actually go to like a tree shape, like my favorite little tree that's behind me, and just do lights. That's also a great look for a contemporary space. I actually love that look as a simple idea. You can also just do, like we said, nothing but lights, that's fine. Or if you do want to do some ornaments in a contemporary space, you can consider doing something like super simple, maybe in 2 tonal colors. I love this little one with the wood dowels and then just a few ornaments. That's great. Or you could create a conical tree out of just ornaments, no branches or anything else, with just a little bit of color to it, which is a very contemporary statement as well. It looks great. It's on a coffee table there. So that's fun. Or if you don't want to bother with any of that and you have a great plant like this banana leaf palm and you just want to put some lights on that one, you got yourself covered in the contemporary category. So now my #2 tip is directed towards everybody out there who's a traditionalist or maybe even a transitionalist. Maybe you're feeling that kind of grand millennial vibe this year, and that's definitely a different tree approach, okay? Glam, Hollywood Regency, all of you guys kind of fall under this category. First thing is, that tree needs to be more of a traditional actual tree. Doesn't matter if it's live or if it's an artificial tree. Either way, you got to kind of build it in layers, but you do want that traditional tree. So #1 thing is you've got to do is wrap it in white lights. Work with the white lights on that one and really light them up. The second thing you want to do is you want to look at your ornament scales. So bury some of the bigger ornaments kind of deeper back on the branches, and then you'll pull forward with kind of lighter scale ones. Now, a third thing that I love for traditional trees are ribbon and rich, beautiful garlands. And what's great is traditional trees can even handle pretty bows. That's a really important element of a traditional tree that you can kind of lean into with something interesting. Now, the one thing about the traditional tree is that you want to make sure that you're keeping your color scheme to the tree tied in with your overall design scheme. Because the deal is this, if you're you know, say doing this lovely blue and sort of an off-white pink, very traditional, classic Regency style look to it, and you throw a green and red tree in there, it's going to look like a sore thumb. So what you want to do is make sure that the tree sort of feels appropriate to the space. I love this green and red pinky one with a little bit of white, and it's flocked, so that kind of gives it an even lighter effect, which is great. I also love this super handsome one with the navy blue ribbon in there because it's found in what looks like maybe the study or a library next to the fireplace. That's a great look. So there's great ways to do traditional trees that feel appropriate to your style and space and will really kind of shock you when you're done because they're so beautiful and so yummy and holiday. So now my third tip is what I call loosely the sort of boho or kind of the casual tree. And this is a little bit different because this can branch out through transitional styles like transitional 2.0, desert modern even, boho, eclectic for some of you guys that are out there like that. And again, you're going to be wanting to work with kind of that original shaped tree. And what I'd suggest you do on this one is look for trees that have shorter needles as opposed to the longer, lusher ones. Those can look very lush and traditional. This is a little bit simpler, so you want a little bit shorter needle. Still the same shape, artificial or live, doesn't matter. Again, we want to work with white, or you could actually change it up a little bit and go with an amber lighting scheme, but you always want to keep them the same. So no multicolored lights, please. Then the second thing that's great is that this tree really screams out for kind of natural ornaments. You know, you've got lots of lovely kind of twiggy style things that look beautiful. Maybe this one's got cotton and fringe and some natural like chrysanthemum style balls and things. That's a beautiful thing. Hey, if you're really doing a little bit of a desert modern look, look at this beautiful one that's done almost exclusively with dried pampas leaves, kind of looped in there with the lights. That's a beautiful tree and very different feel, but rocks the style statement. Of course, because boho and casual speaks to things like fringe and woven elements, things you definitely want to kind of throw a few things in there. Keep your color scheme, again, tied in to the color scheme of the space. You've got what you need for a boho or a casual tree. It'll look beautiful. All right, so I hope you're loving this. I love talking about holiday decor. Now, my number 4 tip that will really level things up actually lives in what I call the rustic tree. It's different than the boho or casual tree, but it definitely covers, depends upon some styles of, you know, maybe cottagecore, rustic, a little industrial, some of those kinds of spaces, because this really feels appropriate to that. So, couple components of that. You definitely want, again, a conical shaped tree, and I like sort of that short needle northern fir for this one again. I really like the idea of the white lights for this one. Amber doesn't work quite as well for this particular style. Garlands work really well on kind of a rustic tree, but you want to change them up. Instead of doing kind of a dressier ribbon or something like that, think about like a little buffalo check plaid. I love that. Or maybe even a jumbo yarn garland. Ooh, that would be super great for this kind of thing. You can add kind of a little bit of color with like red or white berries, you know, those kinds of things, but you want to kind of keep your color scheme, again, related to your space, but simplified. And then definitely you want to rock the handmade ornaments, and when I say that, I'm really talking about kind of rustic style ornaments. Like these twig ornaments are fantastic for a rustic tree, or I love like these little Galvy sleigh bells and stars and pine cones and things. Those kinds of things feel appropriate and really would rock kind of like that cottagecore or that sort of rustic little space that you might be really kind of wanting to say for your holiday. Okay, so now number 5, which all you guys in small spaces have been waiting for, is what do you do if you you want to make a holiday statement with a tree, but you literally have absolutely no floor space for it. I got you covered. All right, so there's some amazing, really cool little ideas with this that I love to think about. One of the first ones I love is the idea of just doing wall greenery. I love this look with just a little tree shape. It's kind of minimal, but it definitely rocks a tree in a small space. And you can do it with some lights, white if you want, or just, kind of keep it simpler, just the greens, that's fine. Now, what if you actually really want a little bit of an actual tree shape? Well, there's the tabletop option, which I love, and there's a couple of variations on this that you can do. I love the idea of the simple one that's kind of live and in a pot, and you can dress that up in a number of different ways. You want to kind of keep the decor on it a little on the simpler side, only because it's so small scale. So your ornaments need to stay in an appropriate scale for that. And you can take it a number of different ways. This one here that's all white, or I love this one that's done in the orange slices. That's very beautiful. Or something very sort of minimalistic with, a bare tree with a couple of plain ornaments on it. That's fine. Or if you have no space at all for even a pot, consider doing some greenery, like a sprig of greens or something like that in a beautiful vase. I love that idea. That's fantastic. Another option that you can go with is kind of the same style tree that I have behind me, which is also tabletop, but it's very simple. Just like the paper bark birch that I've got, and just do a few ornaments like you see here with it, a couple small scale ones, that's great. Or there's now a manufacturer out there, which I'll link down below, that has done some of these tall northern spruce style trees that have a really narrow footprint. So if you've got a tiny little space, but you want an actual tree statement, these have you covered, which I love. Now, if you're in a small space and you want to try something with a little bit of a different idea or an alternate option, ooh, I've got some great ideas for you on this one. I adore this little one that's made out of succulent plants. If you've got a green thumb, ooh, why don't you try rocking that one this year? That will definitely catch somebody's eye and be a new look. Or, for instance, I loved this one that was all tiny pom-poms. Now, could be great in a kid's room, or if you just need something for a small tabletop, I adore that. There's also some ones out there that you can actually purchase that, like this beautiful sort of Nordic spruce done in nothing but wood. That's fantastic. This next little set is actually kind of little pipe cleaners done out of twigs, which make a beautiful little statement pulled together. And then this third one I love. Just a simple reflected glass statement, which is very contemporary, so that might work for you in your space. And all three of those I carry actually in the Design Club store. So if you want to take a look at those and check them out, we've got them there for you. Now, I just mentioned the Design Club store, and if you guys have not checked out the Design Club yet, ooh, you are missing out. We are having so much fun in there. People are getting tons of help. Everybody loves it. There's live Q&As. There's direct conversations with me and the staff about design dilemmas. It's great. You gotta definitely check it out. And it's linked down below, www.thedesignclub.com. And what I want you to do next is check out these videos. I'll see you next week.